So here's the thing, I'll tell you guys something from my life. You know, when you want something and you're like, oh, I want like a Ferrari, or I want some apartment, or I don't know, something else. So and when you never had it, you expect it with your dreams and you think this is what you want, and then once you have it, it's not the way you were expecting it. So I'll stop right there and I'll explain it to you. No, come on, the sun, I forgot my sunglasses. So guys, I live here on 48th floor, building Gran Paraiso. And before I used to live here in Paraiso Bay Residence for 4 years. Then I moved out to Bell Harbor, my daughter was born, and now I came back here in Gran Paraiso. When I used to live there, I was looking from my balcony to that corner right here, because you have like a corner units, like a 3-bedroom apartments, like 270 degrees of views, you have sunrise, you have sunset, everything. So when I used to live there, I was looking at this corner, I was thinking to myself, when I'm gonna live here, I'll be enjoying not just the sunrises, but sunset as well. So here's the thing, I moved to this building now, right? First, I don't enjoy sunsets. You know why? Because I work till like 7 p.m. When I get home, sunset already gone. So one thing. Second thing, our bedroom facing the 395 right here, 395 or 195 highway. Anyway, so, and since we're on a 48th floor, noise travels up so clear. If like someone passing on their beautiful Ferrari or something, Porsche, or fire alarm, or for like from the nearby buildings, or for example like emergency cars, you can hear all that in the middle of the night. So on 48th floor, I would never expect that you can hear that noise very, very clear. So that's the, what do you call it, the paradox, right? I was dreaming about that apartment, now I live there, and those things that I was thinking I will enjoy, I don't enjoy. So and now I'm looking to move out after 2 months. It is what it is, and I'm looking to buy a house for myself. So, and that's where we're going now. Let's go. Алло, мам. Давай, заходите. Давай, call from my mom. I got my parents in town. They came for a few months in winter, escape Russian winter. And yeah, interesting how, yeah, that's interesting how you can like come here in like just from different countries, especially at their age, you know, like I'm sure my mom did not know some time ago she's gonna spend her winters in Miami. So it's good to have that option in life. Going back to pick up our, oh my god.
Hello, how are you? This is the Mandarin Oriental Realtor Group.
Yeah, I can. How may I help you? Are you looking to buy or? Okay, sounds good. I'll text it to you. Hello? Да, Дим, здорово. Мы снимаем сегодня, дела отлично, ты как? The neighborhood called Biscayne Park. So, and I just want to check first neighborhood and see, I mean the neighborhood where house located and surroundings, and see, look, I like it so far, it's good, great. And see how good it is. And then if I like it, tomorrow I'll come with my wife and we'll see houses. What I like about neighborhood, there's a lot of really mature, beautiful trees around, as you can see, and lots here, land under the houses, right? Most of the land sizes are pretty big, like 10,000, 12,000. The one that I want to see, one house is 19,000, another house, I'm sorry, the land is 19,000 square feet, and another one is 17,000 square feet, so it's pretty big. You might didn't know about it, but usually it's the value in the land. Like if you buy a house, there is like big portion of the value in the actual land, and then there is a value in the house as well. So this is the neighborhood of the first house. Let's see. Oh, it's the one somewhere on the right. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. This one? Oh yeah, that's the one, I think. Yeah. Okay, I like it so far. Let's go and see the second house neighborhood, and if I like it too, then we'll come back tomorrow. So guys, and here's the second house. I like it, you know, so far so good. It's a 17,000 square foot lot. This is called cul-de-sac. It means the street when you don't have pretty much like pass through exit, you have to go around. It's called cul-de-sac, if you didn't know. I didn't know about it before I started real estate either. So, and it's pretty quiet here. It has even like a bench. And look at those trees, pine trees. They like maybe 200 years old, maybe more or less, but I like it. So let's see the house inside. Yeah, we'll come back. I'll schedule showings for tomorrow, and hopefully we will pick one of them. 3,050,000, right?
No, hold on 1 second. Let me explain to you something. Where is the problem?
Where?
The owner has 6% closing costs commission.
Yes.
He wants to. But your clients pay your commission 3%, and my client pay my commission 3%. Okay, if we do 3 million, that's what your clients wants to. I can tell my clients, listen, let's do 3 million, but you're gonna pay only my commission. The other commission, the buyer's gonna pay his side.
Yeah, but
that's
there is no difference for what I'm saying for the buyer. You offer 3.1.
No. Big difference.
What's the difference? What I'm saying is difference for my buyer. If your offer is 3.1, he will pay that offer, and you guys pay 6% commission. If you want him to get
you know. Okay. Exactly. So the problem is in the commission over there, in the middle. Not 3.1, not 3.0, 350.
Okay.
10%.
Okay, and the down payment?
600. If it's gonna be less, my client is not gonna work because
okay.
have to pay 200.
Okay, let's stick to 600. So if we have down payment 600 and we can get it for 3,050,000, right? At 10%.
I think so. That's what I can do.
Can you ask? Can you ask seller?
Okay, I mean, for my opinion, it's better you talk to your client.
No, he will go. He will go for it. But what is the option?
Perfect.
But
I'm gonna ask him.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Bye bye. I can tell you, there's a lot of interesting people in the real estate. So here's the case. Offer from the buyer 3.1. With the 3.1 million, seller has to pay 6% commission. What is equal to almost like 200K, for example, right? It's 180, like 200K. She's offering seller to pay 3% commission to her, and the buyer to pay commission 3% to me, since we represent him, right? And the price would be 3 million. And I'm saying, what is the difference for the buyer to get property for 3 million instead of 3.1 if he still has to pay 100K in commission? But seems like it's somehow different in her point of view. Ta-da! No, seriously, Mike, let's have a conversation, me and you right now. Did you hear that? Like, no, seriously, did you hear that she's?
I didn't understand what's the point. Again, so the price is like
3.1. Yes, price 3.1, and I'm saying, would you guys accept 3 million? She's saying, yes. Seller can accept it for 3 million, but in that case, seller is not gonna pay 3% to me, to buyer's side. So seller is supposed to pay 6% commission from the purchase price, right? From 3.1, if he will pay commission, then seller will get 2.9 million, right? And the buyer will pay 3.1 million. And she's saying, buyer can get it for 3 million instead of 3.1, but then seller is not gonna pay me 100,000 commission, and buyer have to pay me 100K. So she's saying in that case, buyer get it for 3 million. I was like, what is the difference, like for the buyer? You know, doesn't make any sense. Like sometimes, and she's telling me that I don't understand something. I'm like, okay, no, this is like, ish. So we pick up glasses and we drive fast back to our cigar room, and then we take a ride with Dmitry. Hey Dmitry, how you doing, my friend? What's up? Pushkin? Listen, now we need to do preview in Russian. This is going to be for Russian, what do you call it, channel, right? Deep inside.
Yeah, a lot of space.
Yeah, wow.
A lot of
It's
space.
like, wow.
So this is the bonus area here. I think originally this probably was a garage.
Garage, okay.
But I have never, when I sold them the house,
like a
it didn't
studio.
have a garage. Yeah, it's very cool because you could do an office here completely separate, and it has its own AC. So you can control, or if you have somebody staying at the home, they have their own AC. They can do their temperature. Everything is new. Your cabinetry, appliances, the countertops.
And how much is asking for this house?
He's asking 2.1, but
2.1.
they are super flexible.
Okay.
And, I think we're at the point where they're very negotiable. And then you would have the 4 bedrooms here on each side, 2 and 2. So this one is for this one gets beautiful light in the afternoon.
And I'm just curious, why like the theme of the interior, like a Japanese or something?
No, the lady actually that staged this home, her business idea was to sell these tapestries. And
To sell what, I'm sorry?
Tapestries. I think
Tapestry,
they call
what
them
is it?
tapestries. It's like a woven, a hand woven. You know, it's a machine that you weave, and it's that was just her idea too.
Okay.
So she staged it, including these
I
tapestries.
see, okay.
And you
No.
have another bedroom here, same kind of thing. Small but convenient. So you have a bathroom and a closet. Remember, you were asking me about the bathtub.
Yeah, the bathtub, you can put it in here?
Originally, bathtub was here. You know, those American, like a built-in style. This bedroom gets a beautiful light in the morning. So the light travels this way. So in the morning, this is the one for, you know, the ones who like to get up early. And then this side of the house.
Oh, I love this house. I like design, like what they did. It's something different.
It's a little different.
Yeah. Cypress wood, original.
Original cypress wood, beautiful, right? And you have the same one in the kitchen. You could eventually stain it if you'd like, make it, you know, beachy, like a whitish, or just leave it natural.
I think the main deal breaker is the next to the street. I mean, for everyone, I'm most likely.
It is, and that's why we're priced, and we're with the way we are, and we're very negotiable. But you're right on the golf course here.
Yeah. Is that heated or?
No, you would have to do this. So you have the space, you can do it, because here definitely would be a nice garage or a carport. You can always add, you have the space. I mean, the yard is huge. And you have the same on the other side.
Is that like a fruit tree or something?
I think so, but I haven't seen fruit. My kids are telling me it's avocado, but I'm not sure. On the other side, you have a mango, and the mangoes are huge. I have never seen the size of mango. It's like a melon, you know, it's wonderful.
Summer kitchen?
Yes. You could eventually...
I'll give you my 5 cents later. This master is, the great size.
Good size, right? You have closets here.
No, personally, I like the flooring everywhere, the wood floors. Everything is new, of course, is good. Like everything looks new. I like that.
Yes, they actually brought most of the items that you see is brought from Spain.
Owner is from Europe?
Yes, they are.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm Czech.
Czech, okay.
From Prague. And you?
I'm from Russia. My wife from Ukraine. Mike from Kazakhstan. Guys, I would show you one more house that we just see previously, but Mike didn't make it on time, so we have to. Beautiful house, beautiful property, built out, inside out, but a lot is located next to the street. I don't know which one is that, but I think Northeast 2nd Avenue. I mean, it's okay. We can put some kind of line of trees in here to make fence, and it will block out noises a little bit. It's not like too noisy, but other house that we saw, it's like super quiet there. What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you like that house? Asking price, how much? She said like 2.1, but the owner is super flexible or negotiable. No, she said super motivated. It means like we can negotiate. But I'm not sure if we're gonna move forward for this one or other one. Other one is like 19,000 square foot lot, super quiet, it's chill. There's a huge tree, like 5 times bigger than that, but I'll show it to you. We're going there on open house on Saturday, so we'll add it as well. This is lot, it's pretty good lot too, 12,000 square feet. If I put a fence everywhere, trees everywhere, like 5 meter, like 10 meter fence, like 25 meter trees, right? We're gonna build something there, like a studio for podcast. That's it. We were thinking where. Here you go. By the way, it might be a good idea somewhere. Why not? No, but the thing is, what we can do with the hookah, we can build like a garage for like 2 cars, right? Right here. 1, 2 cars garage, and convert it to like a studio for some time, like we're not using it as a garage, right? And if needed to resell in the future, then garage. Here you go. Mike, by the way, Mike, I have a great space for you. It's only 5K per month. Perfect location. So did my wife already sign the contract? She's selling it to her. It's like babies and big kids. You know. We sold. Moving in. And what size again? Is 2511. 2511. Wow. Okay.
Feet, not including the outside. And you have 12,500 square foot lot.
Okay. And you can put garage right there, right?
You can put your garage there. And it would be ideal space.
Bye. We can do studio. In the other house, we can do studio, by the way. But no cigars in there, I'm sorry. So here's my thoughts about this house, guys. Location, I like it. But, I mean location in general, right? Location in my eye, but not location next to the road. This is a minus. House in a good size, great condition. It's recently refreshed. They changed everything. They did plumbing, roof and everything. Seller is motivated. Also, it's a good point. We can get a better deal. But question if I really love it, if I really want to sitting right here and meditating, and then someone is going to pass by like bam, bam, horn. Oh, by the way, look at this. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so could be an option. My wife likes it, but we'll see other options for sure. And tell me what do you think about this one in the comments. If you like it or not, and if you do, what do you like and what do you don't like? Make sure you put that comment.